And ladies and gentlemen, we are at the very precipice of what is to come. 6 rounds of in-person talks between Russia and Ukraine are over, but the violence has not stopped. Biden is talking of training Ukrainian troops, and it remains to be seen if this means de-escalation or it means all hopes of a solution have failed. Who is the biggest hindrance to the talks? And did Putin really say, I will thrash them? Let's debate.
We're right at the city center of Odessa, the strategic port city of Ukraine. And what you see right now are all the measures that have essentially been taken by the Ukrainian army as well as the Ukrainian citizens. All these government buildings that you are looking at, these government buildings have been completely fortified. There are sandbags that have been placed here so that if at all there is a need for carrying out any sort of a intense street fight battle, they can take cover from these very places.
They are miserable. You are miserable, Russians, really, really miserable and really lonely. They are not prepared for us. First of all, they didn't know that we're so brave, and they didn't know that we're technically so prepared.
The intent is clear, a ceasefire agreement and an end to the war. But there are also reports suggesting that a Russian oligarch met Vladimir Putin with a handwritten note by Zelensky. After reading that note, Vladimir Putin apparently told the oligarch that tell him, I will thrash them.
Speculation is rife on what exactly the letter contained. Was it refusal to compromise on Donbass? Was it a demand for a ceasefire? Or was it a security terms amenable to Putin? What is clear is that the war has entered day 34 and there is no sign of de-escalation from either side.
Right now, we're not far from the center, but there was also another shelling attack on the center of Donetsk. And all the residents say, of course, it came from Ukrainian-controlled territory, and it was an attack by Ukraine forces on the civilian population, as we keep seeing over and over again.
There is no clarity on what Putin's end goal is.
Он сказал, что он никогда не отказывался от встречи с президентом Зеленским. Единственное, что...
Коллеги, у нас продолжаются консультации с украинской стороной. Сегодня с 9:30. Я надеюсь, что через несколько часов.
More than 90% of all of the buildings in Mariupol have been destroyed completely by shelling and bombs. But the Russian aviation continues to strike. They do not stop. They blow up even the shelters.
The talks today did nothing to end the war. In fact, Russia has gone on to clearly state that there is no ceasefire. But is the hardening of the Russian position a direct result of the needling by the West? After all, there was double-speak on training Ukrainian troops.
It is an issue where collectively NATO is prepared to pull together both to enhance resilience, enhance defenses, and if necessary, use the appropriate tools to respond.
Mr. President? You interpret the language that way. I was talking to the troops. We were talking about helping train the troops that are the Ukrainian troops that are in Poland.
There appears to be a clear trend by Biden to provoke and escalate the war. It remains to be seen if we have reached a point of no return in the conflict. Let's debate.